this energy along that line.
It will therefore generate electric currents in the land called telluric currents in the straight geological sense of that word. And those occur everywhere on the planet.
You know that this gray energy, the subtle energy, passes along these lines.
There are certain special types of geology that will magnify those several-fold. And that's where we found the megalith builders preferred to put their
How do you think these people found this back then?
Where lines cross, or more than one line intersecting.
Seems to be a mystery to many people.
These are called conductivity discontinuities, which sounds highly technical, but it's merely the place where one area of ground that has a good ability to conduct electricity meets another area of ground that has a lesser ability to conduct these natural electric currents.
The Chinese had the same tradition. They called them dragon lines. It was illegal for a commoner to be buried on such a line. A king had to be buried on such a line. Put palaces there. There's a whole series of sacred sites. They're always built on lines like this.
On those induction lines.
I want to say...
I'll tell you all a secret here in a minute, how you can see them yourself.
You have to have a symbol appear on the ground. When it's seen, then this is the place where people naturally come to get more healthy energy from that spot. Energy comes from the
Healing energy. Also changes the soil.
And it appears as though they were attempting to control the flow of this energy and use it for their own purposes.
Same thing Tesla wanted to do. It's the ionosphere energy.
The key hours, unfortunately, are the pre-dawn hours.
This is the important part.
Study this, you've got to get up at 3 and get out.
3 o'clock in the morning. 3:30, the witching hour.
Because the energy that's involved in these sites, that's really fueling most of it, originates with the daily changes in the Earth's geomagnetic field.
You need to be out there to
It's
see
strongest
this.
during the day, weakest at night. And in the hours leading up to dawn, the weaker field lines now
Come roaring back.
to closer to full strength very quick.
So how do you think they detected that? I'll tell you.
Change of magnetic strength per hour. It's the most dramatic time of the day. And wherever you have a changing magnetic field occurring, you are generating electric current in anything present that will conduct electricity. It's a simple principle of physics.
So how do you think people back then were able to see this stuff without the satellites and all the shit we got nowadays? It's a secret, but it's pretty easy. If you look at all the religions around the world, all the fundamental institutions that built those places. Damn, I'm looking for a lighter. They all have something in common. Entheogens. It's dimethyltryptamine. When you're out that late at night, if you go up onto a hillside and you face east while the sun's rising, as the earth is spinning into the sun, during that moment when the electromagnetic induction comes back, your brain is producing dimethyltryptamine, which is the most psychedelic substance in the world. But you can also get it from particular substance that grow at the base of the Christmas tree, or you can get it from Shiva, the holy cow. Krishna, the holy cow, from the cow's excrement. You can get it from Ganesh, the holy elephant's excrement. It's basically mushrooms. And you can probably meditate and do it on your own, but you can use the dimethyltryptamine that comes through these mushrooms as they process in our bodies. And if you get into a meditative state, much like in tuning your body into a harmony of the earth is resonating at like a G, and a C, and we're a G, and we're the perfect fifth. So you can harmonize with the earth and get your body in tune. You can do it without the catalyst, but it does take some intensive meditation and practice to do it. But get yourself high up on a hillside. If you can find a place that has a water table below, like Vacaville's an excellent town to observe this phenomena, and there's a water table below the city of Vacaville if you just get a couple 100 feet up on the hillside. There's lots of cows out in Vacaville too, so there's plenty of holy sacraments out in those hills. And those are the cybocillid mushrooms, the little blue ones. The little blue bulbs we dang on our Christmas tree are the same as the little blue bulbs that grow out of the cow shit. You pinch them and they turn blue. This is why the Indian cow gods have blue skins. And all the bulbs on the Christmas tree represent some type of mushroom. The red and white ones, the gold ones represent the Amanita muscaria, which is the mushroom of humanity. But there's the silver ones are liberty caps, and the black ones and the purple ones are the Pantherus amanita. But the shamans would take these substances and they'd meditate and they'd watch the sunrise, and then in that moment you can see auras, you can see tethers, you can see the electromagnetics. Me and my cousin, we used to call it the blue grid or the purple grid, because it manifests in like a geometric wave phenomenon of geometry. You see Fibonacci ratios, and you see auras, and you see these tethers that are dangling out of people and going up into the sky, into this electromagnetic grid, which they would call the Christ consciousness, because you have to be Christoed, you have to be anointed to be able to see this stuff with the Holy Sacraments, unless you can do it on your own. So the shaman would follow these ley lines into the induction points, which is the land of the milk and honey, which Moses was feeding the Israelites manna, and they were marching through the desert for 40 years, more than likely looking for these induction zones to build a new city like Jerusalem. The soil is extremely fertile from the electromagnetic induction. It's healthy living for people living within those induction zones too, because of the electromagnetic resonance. And this is what in the Eastern philosophy they call living in the Tao, living in these electromagnetic induction sites. So things have changed a lot, but it's all about dimethyltryptamine and how it interacts with our pineal gland, and attached to our eyeballs is a little somatic or chromatic receptor. Somatics is a geometric wave vibration, and that plugs right into our pineal gland, and we visualize everything through liquid crystal water. And essentially we alter our vision and we open up this spectrum of light that a lot of people can't see. But that's what the early proto-scientists were doing, the Pythagoreans and stuff. These guys were all vegetarians, so they knew very well about the mycelium growth and such in the forest, and how these things altered our perspective of reality. And this is why they had a theory of atoms years before we had a machine to actually look and observe an atom, which is mostly a vibration of empty space. And it's because in that moment of electroinduction, you can actually, if you're in tuned right, you can see the particles vibrating around you. You can see fractals really jump out at you in leaves when you pull a leaf off and observe it scientifically. It's just an amazing, beautiful thing to see. So that's what that's all about. That's why all these monuments and sacred sites are buried in these induction zones. It is illegal for commoners to know these secrets, these ancient shamanic practices. But we still exonerate and honor all this stuff in our holidays. We've just lost a lot of the meaning. We don't know what it is. Anyways, I saw that on TV and I just thought it was interesting. I had to share it. So, peace.